All right, we'll give people a couple more minutes here, and then we'll get started. All right, I guess we'll go ahead and get started. My name's Bryant Polson. I'm with Argonne National Laboratory, and I'm on detail to the Department of Energy Vehicle Technologies Office. And today I'm going to be talking about evaluation entities and their performance in the recycling prize that is currently going on. So the prize administration team is with Jake Erb, who is in the Vehicle Technologies Office. He's a technology development manager. You have myself. And then we have three colleagues at NREL. Then we have Lauren Lynch, Sandra Loy, and Rebecca Martineau, who are all we're working together on the prize and administering the prize. Okay, so roughly the agenda, we have a welcome. We'll introduce where we are in the recycling prize, talk about through the breakthrough contest overview, introduce some of the phase 4 items for evaluation entity, and then talk about the evaluation entities in the voucher process. So there's the background on this recycling prize. We're currently in the roughly fourth phase-ish of the prize, considered the breakthrough phase. So the goal of this is to create an end-to-end solution to achieve a recovery rate of over 90% for all lithium-ion batteries. This is for EVs, energy storage systems, as well as consumer electronics. The first three phases of the prize totaled 5.5 million in cash prizes going to participants over the first 4 years of this program. In the phase 3 or breakthrough, in phase 3, the pilot validation, we started to have teams actually implement some of their processes for pilot validation, and we look to further continue developing those current technologies as well as new technologies through the breakthrough phase and phase 4, which is demonstration of impact. And this goal is the goal of the prizes is to focus on collecting, sorting, storing, and transportation of discarded lithium-ion batteries. So how do we get these batteries from consumers to a recycler so that they could be recycled and reintroduced into the battery supply chain? So in the current phase that we're in, the breakthrough phase, we have two tracks of competitors these days. The first track is for new competitors. In this phase, we're incentivizing new submissions for inventions or demonstrations of processes that can be used in collecting, sorting, storing, or transporting discarded batteries. So these don't need to be end-to-end solutions. They can be individual processes that address one of those topics and that will have an impact on it. So again, these are new competitors, new ideas coming into this program. And then track 2 is our verified competitors. So these are the winners of the phase 3 program, and we would like to further continue their development of their solution and they have in the current phase $100,000 up to $100,000 of non-cash vouchers that they can use to support the validation and demonstration of their pilot phase scale-up solutions. We'll not be talking about that voucher for this webinar. We'll be focusing mostly on the participation of the evaluation entities and how they will work with participants in track 1 and track 2, and what the requirements are in the breakthrough phase, and then also what's expected in phase 4 or the demonstration phase of this. So roughly the rough milestones right now for the breakthrough phase is we had a kickoff event on June 27th. We had a webinar and a document on May 31st for companies to submit their intent to participate in the breakthrough phase. And we're currently looking at a end of August submission for the breakthrough phase for all of the participants, either in track 1 or track 2. And then approximately, let's say, October, November is when we would have the announcement of the breakthrough phase, as well as the where the beginning of the phase 4 would begin. So it gives you a rough time frame of where we are in the breakthrough phase, as well as when an approximate time when the phase 4 would kick off. So the current status of the evaluation entities that we have to participate with with the organizations or companies that are going in track 1 or 2, we have them broken up into 2 categories. So we have recyclers, and that would be ABTC, Ascend Elements, Serba, and Ecobat. All have put in their initial paperwork to participate as recyclers in this effort. And we're still just finishing up the paperwork to get them finalized in the system to participate. And then we have Second Life validation companies or organizations. So we have 4 national labs, as well as 2 industry partners have again put in their initial paperwork to participate, and hopefully we can finish up the paperwork and get them on board as well. And so in the breakthrough phase or in the programs, there's 2 different tracks companies can go to. We're talking about collection, sorting, transportation and storage of companies, or of lithium-ion batteries. So either materials can be going to a recycler to be recycled, or could potentially go into Second Life applications. And so we've created these 2 categories for evaluation entities, so that the companies that are participating in the recycling prize have an option of what application are they targeting with their upfront process. So if someone is targeting potentially how to inert a battery, for safe transport, they would then want to take that material to a recycler and have that evaluated by a recycler to make sure that the inerting process doesn't affect any of the recycling processes downstream. Also, similarly, if someone is doing, either pack sorting or module sorting based upon state of health or something like that, they're targeting a Second Life application. And so we need to validate those materials that they determine are good or are passable or not passable, and in the types of power profiles that the applications would be going in. So we need to have some test facilities to be able to do that at different levels, pack, module, and cell, depending upon what the technologies are being used to evaluate those processes. And so we have a website, is the HeroX prize. It will have the information where the recycling entities and or recyclers and Second Life validation companies information will be, and how to reach out to them. And that will be updated as companies go through the process and are validated to be evaluation entities for this this program. So here's the expectations for the evaluation entities or the tasks that the evaluation entities are going to be participating in the breakthrough phase with the participants. So the first task is to identify partners within track 1 and track 2. So track 1 is essentially the new participants, and track 2 are the existing participants. And so for the recyclers, the goal in the breakthrough contest is to create an initial evaluation plan for the potential voucher in phase 4. And the types of questions that the recyclers and the participants should be discussing is the types of materials that the company will be applying to the recycler and how much material that will be delivered by the participant. Start to talk about timelines in phase 4, when that material will be delivered and how much time that the evaluation entity would need to evaluate the material. There's a document that I'll show later. So the evaluation plan as part of the breakthrough final report is required and is graded as part of the overall breakthrough package. So very similar, the testing organizations, again, should create that initial evaluation plan, talk about the material types and quantities that should be delivered. They should talk about the testing performance metrics that the materials will be tested to. Also talk about the testing protocols used to evaluate the materials. Identify the timeline for the delivery, and some of that information again should be rolled up into the evaluation plan and submitted as part of the breakthrough final report for the participants in this phase. So in phase 4, this is primarily where all of the work for a recycling entity will be done. Phase 4 can take up to approximately a year and a half after kickoff. But in this phase, the evaluation entity or the participants will receive up to $100,000 in non-cash vouchers to work with the evaluation entity to evaluate their materials. So this is either for the recyclers or for the evaluation entities. And so the teams will work, the prize teams will work alongside the evaluation entities to validate or verify the impact of their submission based upon the recovery of lithium-ion batteries or validation of their second use. So the full evaluation entity report, which I'll show later, will be part of that final package that the participants have to provide. So the official phase 4 rules will be released prior to the phase 4 launch. So we'll get into some more specifics on the phase 4 rules in the, let's say, October, November timeframe, potentially. But high level, this is what is expected of a evaluation entity and how they should work with the participants, as well as the what they expect to receive for performing the evaluation entity work. Okay, so in the phase 4, so the voucher process, so this is kind of how do we get paid for the work that we do for the evaluation entities. So after the phase 4 begins, then we will look at to have a draft statement of work that's prepared by the participant and the recycling entity and submit it to the battery recycling prize within 30 days of the winner announcement. So we want to kind of use the evaluation plan as the springboard for the SOW because of the quick turnaround on this. So once that's approved, then you can go into the finalized negotiations with the evaluation entity in that. So that's getting everything ready for that voucher to be executed at that time. And yeah, so then the period of performance. So the work can begin whenever the participant and the evaluation entity work together to determine the delivery schedule of the material. And then roughly when the work is completed for, let's say, for the industrial partner evaluation entities, once that work is done and completed and the evaluation entity report is submitted, then we can provide funds for the work that was done. So roughly, so the example report, this is the type of information that we expect from our recyclers or our evaluation entity recyclers. So we'll have some basic project information. We have several questions on incoming material inspection, questions on the initial processing of the material, so topics such as discharging, disassembly, sorting, and shredding. We have processing questions, so whether the recycler is using pyro, hydro, or direct. We have comments, how did the material perform in their process? And was there any, the last question set is about outcoming product information. So 2 questions about the outcoming product. The plan is to have the example report to participants and evaluation entity in the next couple of days. We just have a couple little minor tweaks to do on everything, and we'll send out the recording of these slides, as well as the evaluation entity example reports following this meeting. And then for the validation or testing companies, we're going to have, there's actually 2 documents that will be required. One is a short Word document that just kind of summarizes the work that's being done and the results. And then there'll be a second one that would be a PowerPoint slide template. And we would like to cover all the topics that are shown here. So project metrics, what materials we're testing, the test protocols that are used. We would ideally like those referenced. If you say want to use USABC type protocols, or if there's other energy storage standard testing protocols, we'd like to see those referenced in that. We'd like to see the test data for each of the test runs. And then we talk about some summary metric analysis. So did the data show that you met the test metrics that you were targeting, or performance metrics that you put up front? Did these packs or modules meet that information? And then, just an evaluation entity summary slide if there was any issues, concerns, comments about the material. And again, example of this report and the PowerPoint template will be sent out to participants and evaluation entities following this meeting. So if you have any questions, we can go over you can send an email to batteryrecyclingprize@nrel.gov. And I think, let's see. Yeah. Okay. So we have one question that was put into the Q&A box. And it is, how do we see which companies have advanced and understanding more about what their ideas / projects are and how they actually work? So let's see, Matt, if you're here, are you a evaluation entity, or are you a participant that you're answering, you're looking for this answer? I don't know if you can type it in the question and answer. But what the plan is okay, so for evaluation entities, what we are doing is on the Recycling Prize website, we're going to list out all of the evaluation entities and what their capabilities are based upon the evaluation entity document that you filled out. That list will be made available to the participants of the track 1 and track 2, and they will be reaching out to you to have the initial discussion of if they would like to partner with with your company or not. That is the initial process that we're using currently. We're also potentially having oh, Rebecca, would you like to answer this question?
No, sorry. I was just marking it as answered for you.
Oh, okay. And so there's another possibility that we're looking at in maybe the next 2 to 3 weeks is to have a evaluation entity seminar where we give all evaluation entities, 5 to 10 minutes to talk about their capabilities, where participants would be attending that so that we can do kind of a matchmaking type meeting so that we can see, the participants can see what the evaluation entities are willing to do. So the next question is for Second Life validation, is it the total application or just the modules for such Second Life application that needs to be validated by the evaluation entity? So the answer to this question, I think, is really going to depend upon the participant and what they're targeting. There are some participants that are looking at doing sorting of modules, for Second Life applications. And we would be interested in the sorting technology is really what's being evaluated here, not so much the end product that those go into. So I would probably say that like the sorted modules would be more likely the application to be validated, not the end module. But again, that it could be a point for discussion between an evaluation entity and a participant on what should be delivered and tested. Okay. All right. Yeah, if you have any questions or would like to follow up with anything, please reach out via the battery recycling prize at NREL email, and we will get back to you either via the HeroX website where we'll post the question and answer, or if it's something a little bit more specific, we could see about providing a more specific answer, possibly. So thank you for everyone who has signed up to be evaluation entities. We're excited to have you work with the participants of the prize, and looking forward to it. Thank you.